Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna here. Basically, I discussing one other topic that is city creation, society creation. Basically, I discussing one other topic that is future creation. Future creation. Basically, I are discussing India account. In India account, basically, we are discussing one other topic that is SBI account, Amazon account. After 2 days, basically, in India, big earthquake is going to happen. So that is the topic. In that, basically, we connected to lava group also. In that, basically, we connected to lava group also. And whatever incidents in this world basically happens, that is connected with that 100 crore child. So that basically is the topic. In that basically we connected to nuclear power company. That is the nuclear missile. In this basically Sunil basically you told one thing basically. The chain gets connects or chain gets breaks. Chain basically gets connects or basically chain broken basically or going to break. So that basically you have asked. So that was the chain basically which you asked. So that was the chain basically which you asked. So one person basically told that chain connected, chain broken, connected, broken, connected, broken, connected, broken, connected, broken, broken, then connected, broken, connected. So what is the interval basically? Time interval basically. Because both basically can't happen one time. Why? Because there is only one layer which is connecting to the universe, which is connecting and then basically immediately basically that is getting break. That is getting break. So what is the time interval basically? Because that time interval is very dangerous thing basically, because within that interval basically if anything basically happens in this world, assume that basically in that time interval only my I basically died, assume basically. So what are the things basically going to happen? Anything is going to happen. Why basically I'm telling this? Because the connection is like this. Energies, human energy created by cities connected with power company, energy company, and nuclear power company. Nuclear power companies are connected with uh, satellite groups. Satellite groups are connected with galaxy. Galaxies are connected with planets to planets. So that is the thing. In this, basically, Sunil R. Nair suddenly basically got died. Assume that basically he got heart attack or whatever thing. Basically, he got accident basically, and he basically died. Somebody basically killed Sunil R. Nair because lots of people basically has trying that basically. So he told that basically Sunil R. Nair basically suddenly, just taking as an example basically. In this basically, I can take my example only because if I will say that basically he basically died, that basically you know what are the things going to happen. So in this basically, assume Sunil R. Nair only died basically in this time interval. So what are the things basically going to happen? So that is question basically. Anything is going to happen. So in that basically topic basically we are going to discuss later on. So here one topic that is one person told that this nuclear chain basically you told basically that time interval, the nuclear the chain basically gets connects to another country and the chain basically gets breaks to another country. What is that basically? So in this basically I will take one story basically. As if that basically in this world one powerful person basically is there. Previously he was as if that basically he was Malayali. Just taking as an example, don't get to but just try to understand what actually I want to say. What is actually nuclear basically? That basically we are discussing. He was Malayali. He basically connected to many stories. This stories, that story, bad stories, this story, those story, those story, this story. His group basically connected to around 1 crore people. His group connected to 1 crore people, and his bad and good basically supports connected to one more crore. So that basically 2 crore people basically connected. That time basically was Malayali. He died. His body basically died. He got another birth as a Muslim person. Same body, huh, basically. Same body structure, everything basically same. But just he got some new nuclear, sorry, some new birth basically data. new birth data. There also same thing happened. There also basically 10 crore people basically got generated. Same basically the this story, that story, bad story, good story, like that basically. That person also basically died. Now third generation basically he got. That is basically the Saurashtra person basically. He was actually Saurashtra basically. He told that basically I got now birth. He don't know that basically he basically was Muslim. He basically was Malayali. That thing basically he don't know. But his people also don't know. So that energy, then second energy, then third energy. Basically. In this Saurashtra basically connected with around 20 crore people. Then again basically he died and he connected to some other caste. Whatever caste basically, we are not discussing about that caste. So in this basically three things basically, what are the things basically happened? Three story basically connected. In this three story, good group is there, bad groups are there. Bad group basically also have one around 10 cities. First, we will connect with that Malayali person basically. He connected with 10 cities. His good part basically connected with 30 cities. So 10 city basically was a bad part. Sorry, bad group basically. His bad group is who actually done bad with him. That group basically from that energy basically 10 city was created. Now basically he connected to fourth birth. Connected to fourth birth. So this chain basically is no basically bad area basically gets finish. Good area basically gets connects. Good area gets connects. Bad area connects. Of this particular person, that is the best example of nuclear. Good energy connected, good energy ended due to some reason basically. He basically died and got some another birth. That time bad energy connected. Again basically taken the birth. Bad energy basically got ended. But this basically takes time to create 10 crore people basically, to create, join with 10 crore people. That is not an easy task. So that takes time. So again basically connected. Again basically connected. Again basically the breaks basically happen. Again basically 10 connected. So that time interval basically, that little bit time interval, in that time interval basically he gets the new birth and his new generation basically gets starts. So one person told that basically why basically creation basically has done like this. There might be some reason. Without reason basically they anybody do everything anything basically. Then one person told that there might be some chaining connection, or basically it might be some possible that some universe group basically might be connected to this person basically, and he know that person basically. That is also possible. So any possibilities basically are there. Few people says that the easiest way is this only, that is chain one group chain connection, one group basically connection not happen. So like this basically few people says like that. We can't basically say 100% because we have never seen the chaining basically. Have you ever basically seen the chain of the satellite to galaxy, galaxy to satellite, satellite to Earth planet, human bodies with the cities? Have you seen that basically? No, it's a virtual basically. You can't able to see that basically. But connections basically are there. But here one of the person told the why basically this type of incidents basically is required when the lava creation process is happening. That is also a question basically, because everything is connected. Whatever incidents basically happens in this world, that is connected with that lava chain. That is the 100 crore birth basically, which is going to happen. So what might be reason basically? There might be some reason basically. There might be some reason, right? Without reason, lava group basically never in, and that lava, the nuclear bomb basically which was dumped, that connects with the lava data basically. That energy basically connects with the lava data. So first person told that one person told that whenever the nuclear blast is going to happen, before that basically the lava groups gets the information that nuclear bomb is going to happen in this area. So this basically is the time interval. So whatever time interval it might be 1 day, it might be 1 hour, it might be 2 hours. Any time interval it can be. So one person told that that is one group. Bad people are connected. Satellite. Bad people are connected to satellite, satellite to energies, galaxies, planets. He basically got the birth. Bad people basically died. How? Nuclear attack basically. Because to break the chain, there is only one option: nuclear bomb. So one person told that why basically it was not tracked in this world here basically, because so many times basically the world has nuclear bomb basically has dumped, nuclear missile has dumped. Why this has not tracked basically? So few people basically tells that these people basically are staying in those country basically where which is not connected with the map only. That is which basically is not connected with the Naksha. That is the map basically. That country basically where the people are staying, that is not connected with the map basically. If it's connected, then only basically you are going to know. For example, in India, basically something happens big, so whole world basically knows automatically. Why? Because India is connected with the map. If anything basically happens in China, then whole world immediately basically gets the information. Why? Because China basically map are basically connected with the map basically. Japan, then America, Europe, Italy, anything basically happens in UAE, immediately basically the information basically are passed to the whole world. Why? Digital world, that is the one thing, and whole world basically are connected with each other. So here what is the thing? Good group connected, he died, bad group connected. He got birth, good group connected. Like this basically keeps on happening basically. So one person told that like this basically the users this is the one of the user stories of connecting with universe and disconnection of universe basically. This way basically was used by the one of the group basically. That can be, there might be some reason basically, due to that reason basically this type of thing basically was used. So that is also question basically. So that time interval basically, connection got, disconnection happened, connection got to another city, another countries, disconnection happened to from another country, because that country basically is finished. Country created, country finished. Country created, country finished. But this never basically tracked. Why? Because that country basically is not in the map only. That is not in the map. Lots of people says that the season basically which is handled in the world and basically that is also connected with the nuclear attack only. One country basically ended. Another country basically got connected. So season basically got changed. One country ended, country created. Chain basically connected, chain disconnected. So like this basically the chaining system of the world basically has created. So one person told that why this type of chain basically has created. Because he got some idea and he basically connected to that idea. And like this basically the system got created. Like this basically, this is just one example. Like this, many system basically might be there to connect with and disconnect with the universe. So you can just able to imagine. So that was the energy basically which has generated, and on the base of energy, this country creation happened, and country creation basically ended. One person ended. One person basically he was Malayali. He connected to 1 crore people, died. He basically got birth in Muslim basically. Then again died. Then he got the birth in Saurashtra. Again basically died. Currently basically is having which birth basically that basically taken as a user story. Basically. So you can just imagine basically the connection chain and disconnection. And this everything is happening basically. So this is one of the way of connection basically. Like this basically in this world basically there are many ways basically which is created. The 1 lakh example basically I have already taken. 1 lakh conditions of the Microsoft. On the base of that condition only basically he is going to dump the 1 crore child. So this is the nuclear basically. So one person basically asked the question, this is the nuclear basically. And this is the story of nuclear basically. So nuclear basically equal to one story, that also you can say. Like this basically many stories basically are created. Every time basically one time basically this story generated, second time basically another story connected, third time basically because to create 1 crore people chain basically takes time. So there might be hundreds of basically stories basically might have created. In that basically crores of people basically gets joined. Like this country basically gets end, new country basically creation starts. So one of the person told that basically country creation and country ends basically that never going to end in this world. This is the evergreen basically. This is the evergreen basically. This is never going to end basically. And this basically, if this type of chaining system happens, disconnection happens, then basically public basically will get disturbed basically. So public is also not supposed to get disturbed, and chaining also basically is supposed to happen. So for that basically one person got one idea that we will not list this country in the map basically. The country basically which is going to create that will basically never going to list in the map basically. That's all. The task is done, and it will be far from the public basically, where public basically are not staying. So according to that, basically everything basically handles, and everything basically gets connects. So you can just imagine. Basically. So one person basically told that basically what is that period basically where nuclear bomb basically nuclear missile basically get blast only and the country basically gets end only. There might be some period basically. So he told that basically for that basically you have to calculate how many stories basically are created by the set of groups. So that story, how many stories are there, how the entire chain basically is connected, that we are going to connect to, that we are going to discuss in next video.